Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Foxcroft Academy Christmas Week basketball here on Eastern Maine Sports. And it's our final games before we flip the calendar and turn it to New Year's in 2024. This afternoon, it's the Foxcroft Academy Ponies and the Caribou Vikings. I'm Toby Nelson, joined in the broadcast by Chris Lesner, Mark Calvin running camera and doing our production for us today. And Chris, we come in here today, the final game before 2024, and a heel point worthy game for both of these clubs coming into this one in Class B.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a big game for both teams, as you said. Very point worthy for both clubs. Should be exciting.
Foxcroft Academy, the home team, coming in here with a 5-2 record, coming off a win over John Bapps. The other night, a hard-fought 52-48 win over the Crusaders. As the Ponies go, it seems like this year it's been Jaden Richard and Silas Topolsky kind of leading the way for Foxcroft.
They've been the leaders so far. They came up big in clutch situations the other night with the win over John Bapps. And Caribou comes in here today, too, with a 5-2 record. And they had to come from behind 13 down to Washington Academy after 3 quarters, and they rallied for the win.
We'll talk about the games and the teams here as we get going, but Chris, very similar roads so far for both these clubs, beating the teams that they need to beat, obviously. Foxcroft with wins over Washington Academy. They beat Herman, Presque Isle, and as you mentioned, John Bapps. This Caribou team beating Washington Academy 48-47 the other day. They both played Old Town, they both played Ellsworth, and they both lost to those teams. So they're kind of mirror images of each other.
They are mirror images, that's for sure. And I think it should be a very competitive game here this afternoon.
Two teams split a pair last year when they played, so we expect a good game. This is the only time they play during the season, as the unbalanced Big East schedule a little bit different. Foxcroft and Caribou only play once during the regular season. So we look forward to this matchup today from Foxcroft Academy, where it should be a good one as the Ponies take on the Caribou Vikings. We'll take a timeout on our pregame report. When we come back, we'll learn more about these clubs, and we'll talk more about basketball going on around the state here today. It's high school basketball, Foxcroft and Caribou, right here on Eastern Maine Sports.
Brothers Meats is a family-owned and operated business located in Guilford, Maine. We operate a local retail meat market along with a slaughterhouse, smokehouse, and processing plants. Herring Brothers has all sorts of meats from already pre-cut all the way to cutting it right on the spot for you. Also, while you're there, don't forget to try their wicked good beef jerky that is made right in Guilford, Maine. Call them at 207-876-4395 or visit them at 346 Water Street Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Go and stop by Kimball Insurance for all your insurance needs. Whether it be auto, home, farm, business, life, or health insurance, we have you covered. Our agents are ready to serve you and help you with your needs. Visit us at Kimball Insurance at 91 Main Street in Sangerville, Maine, online at KimballInsuranceAgency.com, or visit us on Facebook to see what we can do for you. Kimball's, your insurance is our business.
My name's Rick Ames, and now we have an office in Dexter, which is what we consider our hometown now. We still have our office in Lincoln, and we're loving that. We're looking forward to helping you naturally feel and be your very best.
Brothers Meats is a family-owned and operated business located in Guilford, Maine. We operate a local retail meat market along with a slaughterhouse, smokehouse, and processing plants. Herring Brothers has all sorts of meats from already pre-cut all the way to cutting it right on the spot for you. Also, while you're there, don't forget to try their wicked good beef jerky that is made right in Guilford, Maine. Call them at 207-876-4395 or visit them at 346 Water Street Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. To Rouse Garage in Dover Foxcroft to discover the difference between walking into a local dealership versus a big dealer that uses high-pressure tactics the second you drive onto the lot. From selling you a vehicle to servicing your vehicle, Rouse Garage will treat you like you are the only customer. While you're there, check out their state-of-the-art automatic car wash. Rouse Garage, call them at 207-564-3434 or visit them at 191 East Main Street in Dover Foxcroft, Maine.
Sluggers Baseball and Softball Training offers a variety of classes and leagues to expose you to a wider view of the game. Sluggers leads the way in baseball and softball training with industry-leading technology such as Hit Tracks that combines a traditional batting cage experience with modern analytics, all from the virtual diamond of your favorite ballpark. Check out Sluggers today on Facebook, schedule online, or call 207-951-2250. to start your journey with the best training staff around. Excellence starts at Sluggers.
Busy with places to go, things to do, people to see. Let Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union make managing your money easy with mobile services, bill pay, Apple Pay, mobile deposit, and more. We're as close as your phone. Now serving all of Piscataquis, Penobscot, and Somerset counties. Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union. Personal service, shared value. MHFCU.com.
Looking to keep your home safe and your lights on? Ideal Energy Solutions is fully licensed and insured to install new Generac generators for your home or business. We proudly handle all of your energy needs, from electrical work to HVAC and heat pumps. Our team is passionate about serving our local community, keeping our valued customers safe. Find us on Facebook or call Ideal Energy Solutions at 207-270-0242. For Maine's Ideal Service.
Back at Foxcroft Academy, Toby Nelson, Chris Lessner, as we get set for high school basketball this afternoon. It is an afternoon game. The boys playing at 1:30. The varsity girls will play at 4:30. And both of those games will be seen here on Eastern Maine Sports, Foxcroft Academy in Caribou. Before we delve more into the broadcast here today, we want to remind you that basketball in Eastern Maine Sports brought to you by Black Bear Crane. It's a family-owned and operated crane and rigging service provider located in Herman. They cover the state of Maine with cranes from 27 to 240 tons. From roof trusses, HVAC units, steel and precast erection to modular homes and communication equipment, call 977-BEAR today. Maine Mapping Company provides all of your land surveying and mapping needs throughout the state of Maine. Centrally located in Dexter, Maine Mapping provides boundary, topographic, and aerial surveys, as well as construction survey services statewide. Visit them today, mainemappingco.com, or check out their Facebook page to get more and request a quote. Owned and operated in Milo, McSorley Plumbing offers a variety of services for residential and commercial customers. New construction, remodels, opening and closing of seasonal camps and cottages, pump services, water treatments, and much, much more. McSorley Plumbing has been a proud sponsor of youth and high school sports basketball games here on Eastern Maine Sports. And high school basketball here on Eastern Maine Sports also proudly brought to you by Eli's Market, located at 54 Water Street in Guilford. They offer full-service meat, produce, and deli departments. Eli also offers additional services such as propane, rug doctor rentals, ice, and more. More information is available on their website at elismarkets.com. All right, Chris, let's talk about these two teams coming in. Foxcroft Academy with a 4-2 record. Picked up a win the other day as they beat John Bass. Before Christmas, lost to Old Town. But it's kind of been a hot or cold team here this year for Coach Charles Beal.
It has been, but as Foxcroft goes, you got to rely on Jaden Richard. He's been the leader so far. 18 points a game, 5.2 assists, 4.5 steals. Right up there with some of the Big East leaders so far.
Yeah, Jaden, a senior, been a starter for 3 years here at Foxcroft Academy, and now having a breakout senior season. Silas Topolsky's been providing some points totals. Inside for them, it's really been Lucas Sands that had a pretty good start to his sophomore year.
Yeah, he has 7.2 rebounds per game for Sands, and he's been big on the glass for the Ponies this year.
Let's flip it over to the Caribou side of things. They pick up a 48-47 win the other day over the Washington Academy Raiders. Mentioned before, Christmas losing to Old Town, also losing to Ellsworth. It's kind of been a hot or cold season as well for Coach Kyle Corrigan's bunch.
Yeah, they've been led by Tristan Robbins, 13.8 points per game, 6.7 rebounds, 4.7 assists. But it has been a hot and cold so far. They're hoping to get in rhythm here as we kind of get into the crunch time of the season. Although these teams have only played 6-7 games, we're going into January, so these games become even bigger.
No question. And speaking of games coming into January, a busy start to the January here on Eastern Maine Sports. We'll be right back here on Tuesday. The Foxcroft Academy girls take on Herman. That's a makeup game in case you look at your schedule and say, well, I don't have that on the schedule. It was the makeup. It was the one during the flooding that we had about a week and a half ago. So Foxcroft will play Herman. That'll be on Tuesday at 6:30. We'll have it for you on Eastern Maine Sports. Thursday, the Skink Wolverines take on PCHS. That's girls basketball up in Guilford. Those are the two games coming up this week. And the following week, we'll get our taste of Dexter and Foxcroft. We'll have the girls on Monday and the boys on Thursday. That is after New Year's, starting on the 8th and 11th. So plenty of high school basketball coming up over the next couple of weeks here on Eastern Maine Sports. And really, Chris, when you talk about basketball, we're getting to the end of 2023. A lot of teams playing their final games of 2023. There's no games will be played tomorrow. So a lot of teams playing 7, 8 games now, so you're only looking at 10 more games, and we'll be talking about tournament time.
We'll be talking about being down in Bangor, which is obviously one of the most exciting weeks of the year.
That's coming up April. How about February vacation? I believe it starts the 20th this year at the Cross Insurance Center, toward the Augusta Civic Center and the Cross Center down in Portland, as well as the Expo. So looking forward to it always gets a lot of people through the winter months, especially the cold winter months. We've been fairly fortunate without a lot of snowfall and not real bad cold weather. But January is going to get here, and we know the cold weather is coming. Foxcroft Academy, after the New Year's break, they'll be off until Thursday and take on Orono down in Orono. So really, it's right from the frying pan into the fire, playing Caribou today, and they go play Orono right after the New Year's break. So really no easy night in the Big East for either one of these clubs.
Definitely not. I mean, and this is a game for Foxcroft and then the one coming up with Orono that if you want to be up in that top echelon of Class B, want to be somewhere around that top 5, you got to win these type of games.
That's what happens. It looks good record-wise when you're 12-6, 13-5, whatever it is. But if you haven't beaten one of the teams in the upper echelon, you're going to be fighting for having to play a home prelim game, which, as I can tell you from experience, prelim games are not fun at all.
I think everybody wants to kind of avoid that and wants to be playing their best basketball here down the stretch.
Both teams warming up here on the court. As you're taking a look at the Caribou Vikings right now on the court. We'll get set to get the starting lineups here in just a moment. Foxcroft Academy again 4-2, Caribou 5-2. Other games today, John Bass and Presque Isle playing down at the Cross Center. It's a 4-game day for the Wildcats and the Crusaders down at the Cross Center. Bucksport boys are taking on Fulton this afternoon. Did see that one in the Big East going on. So, a few Big East games. A lot of games were played yesterday as well. So, a lot of schools playing their final game before we flip the calendar.
And I'm sure as we get closer to Wednesday, a lot of people will be talking about the heavyweight girls matchup in Old Town between Old Town and Ellsworth coming up on Wednesday. Yep.
Yeah, Ellsworth seems to be loaded for bear. They've really brought back a great squad that won the state championship last year. Old Town, last couple of years, they've been the 1 seed and been upset by Herman 2 years ago and last year by Ellsworth. So
I think everybody forgets the Coyotes brought back 4 starters this year too.
They're really
good.
Yep. They've got a good thing going on down there. Coach Kevin Richards has done a heck of a job with that Old Town Coyote program. So in just a moment, we'll meet the starting lineups for this one. And we'll get set for high school basketball, Caribou and Foxcroft Academy. The girls' game will follow at 4:30. In between that will be the JV game. We'll have that on Eastern Maine Sports as well, just a video-only stream. And we'll be back for the afternoon session. You'll be joined by Mark Counton for the girls' game.
Yes, Mark will be joining me for that one, so I look forward to that.
So in just a moment, let's meet the starting lineups.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Academy for today's boys basketball game between the visiting Caribou Vikings and your Foxcroft Academy Ponies. Foxcroft Academy and Caribou are on the Big East Basketball Conference, and we value sportsmanship. Please cheer positively for all the players involved, and we hope you enjoyed today's game. Now let's meet the starters for today's game. For the visiting Vikings. Number 0, Dylan Bouchard. Number 3, Damon Sargent. Number 5, Owen Morgan. Number 11, Landon Belanger. Number 22, Tristan Robbins. Caribou's coached by Kyle Corrigan and assisted by Ben Rosser, Alex Bouchard, Parker Dupre, and Dustin Danboyce. And now the starting lineups for your Foxcroft Academy Ponies. Number 1, Silas the Microwave Kapolsky. Number 3, Jaden the Final Richard. Number 12, Wyatt the Glove Rayfield. Number 23, Nixa the Serbian star, Jasovic. And number 33, Jackson the Jet Smith. The ponies are coached by Carl Field and assisted by Drew Dankers. Officials for today's game are Mr. Brooks and Mr. Susi. Now we all ask that you please rise and lift your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, back at Foxcroft Academy as we get set for the opening tip-off of this one. Foxcroft in the home white uniforms, and the Caribou Vikings, they get the opposite. They're traveling maroon.
I don't know if we're obligated, Toby, to use the nicknames out here today, or does that Mr. Nelson have something to do with that?
Nothing to do with that, no. Billy Brooks and Ryan Susi will be the officials today as Mr. Brooks gets set to toss it up. Jaskovic jumping center for Foxcroft, and the opening tip taken by the Caribou Vikings in the traveling maroon. They go left to right in this first quarter. Ball stolen away as Jaskovic will take it in for Foxcroft. Lays it up and in for a good start for the Ponies. Ponies go up 2-0. Front court for the Vikings. Cayman Sargent kicks it out. This is Robbins, gets to the free throw line. So a good start for Foxcroft Academy as the Ponies start man-to-man here. Off in the corner, Dylan Bouchard has the ball knocked away by Wyatt Rayfield. He'll go coast to coast. He'll lay it up and in. So 2 quick turnovers and 2 buckets for the Foxcroft Ponies.
Nice start defensively here for the Ponies.
Foxcroft leading at 4-0 here over the Caribou Vikings. Sargent looks for 3 and he makes it. So Cayman Sargent comes back and sticks a 3-point shot. Caribou will come out with some full court pressure. Coach Kyle Corrigan said they'll employ pressure most of the game in different way, shape, or form. Could be some zone stuff, but a lot of man-to-man. This is Jaden Richard off in the corner. Topolsky for the Ponies. Topolsky along the left side. Jaskovic out to Topolsky. Jaden Richard, who can score really anywhere on the court for Foxcroft. Along the lane, shot up off the glass, no good for Niksha, and is taken away by Caribou into the front court. Robbins pushes, picks up the dribble. Now gives it off into the corner. This is Belanger along the baseline, floats it up, no good. Jack Smith clears away the board for Foxcroft. We're 1.5 minutes into the first quarter. Ponies lead at 4-3 over Caribou. Toby Nelson, Chris Lesner with you from Foxcroft Academy. This is Richard, quick crossover, dump pass off underneath. Jackson Smith lays it in.
Beautiful pass that time.
So Smith with a layup, 6-3. Ponies doubling up the Vikes. Owen Corrigan out to Robbins. Robbins, one of the league leaders here for this in the Big East Conference, playing for Caribou. Step off into the corner. 3-point shot comes up short. Rebound off to Foxcroft Academy. Jaskovic with the rebound. Topolsky running point for Foxcroft. Guarded by Corrigan. Knocked away. Corrigan dives after it. Topolsky on the floor. Loose. Goes out of bounds. Is going to be a Foxcroft ball.
Nice hustle that time by Corrigan.
Good defensive matchup out there, Topolsky and Corrigan. Those are 2 good ball handlers, 2 good defenders. Topolsky off to Richard. Richard looking for traffic to clear. Yashkovich down the lane, off on the baseline to Smith. Gives it back up top to Richard. Richard stops, pulls up, jumper around the rim, can't get it to go. Rebound pulled off by Caribou. This is Corrigan into the front court, stolen. Taken away by Richard. Richard tries to drive, he'll be fouled. So that'll send him to the free throw line for 2 shots. That's the 3rd time the Ponies have been able to pick a pocket and go in coast to coast.
And you can't do those tight passes with Richard out there. He's quick, and he's going to be right in that passing lane and ready to go the other way.
So at the free throw line, Jaden Richard to shoot a pair. 5:18 to go in the opening quarter. Ponies lead it by 3. Richard's first shot on the way is short. He'll get a second. First substitute coming in the game is Dawson St. Pierre checking in for Caribou. So St. Pierre in. Belanger will take a seat for Coach Kyle Corrigan. Second shot for Richard on the way. That one's good. So he's 1 of 2 at the free throw line. The Ponies retake a 4-point lead, 7-3. Robbins out to Corrigan. They'll weave it around the perimeter.
Robbins had some good size, and see if they start utilizing him.
Now Robbins has it, and a holding foul on Jaden Richard. Richard got behind him and kind of reached out and grabbed him.
Definitely have an advantage down in the paint with Robbins and his size.
Caribou to inbound along the baseline. Robbins inbounds. Ponies stay man-to-man. This is Bouchard, right back into Robbins. Tried the no-look pass, stolen away through the passing lane, taken by Jackson Smith out to Topolsky. Topolsky in the front court, gives it out to Rayfield, left open, 3 on the way, around the rim and off, no good. And taken out, so 1 and done for Foxcroft. Corrigan into the front court, quickly kicks it out to Robbins. Robbins trying to get a step on his defender, that's Yaskovich up off the glass and in, smooth move by number 22, Robbins. Robbins with the bucket. Caribou cuts it to a 2-point game, 7-5. This is Topolsky. Topolsky pull-up pop, Swift.
Nice looking shot there by Topolsky.
Ponies go back on top by 4, 9-5. In the corner, it's Corrigan. Skip pass up top, Bouchard. Pretty good matchup size-wise for both these clubs. They match each other well. This is Robbins in the lane, gets the shot around, no good. Rebound fought for Robbins, gets it back, he puts it up and in. Robbins fought for that one, and he got the rebound and the putback. Makes it 9-7. Here's Jaden Richard. Richard on the drive, all the way to the glass, can't get it to go. Rebound pulled away, here come the Vikings. St. Pierre stripped away by Rayfield, and it goes out of bounds. Corrigan to inbound. Robbins, quick double team, the kick out pass. That goes to St. Pierre for 3, short. Rebound pulled down by Caribou up off the glass and in for Bouchard. So an offensive board and a putback for Bouchard, and Chris, we're tied at 9.
Right back come the Vikings, and Pony's going to try to answer here.
Yashkovich in the front court now for Foxcroft, gives it off to Topolsky. Screen set by Smith. Topolsky still with the basketball, guarded by Corrigan. Takes him into the lane, floats it up, can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound, pulled off by Caribou. Vikings into the front court. Off on the baseline, little shot around the rim, no good. Pulled off by Yaskovich. Out to Rayfield. Some helter-skelter basketball by both of these clubs. As Richard has it stripped and a foul. It's going to go on Jaden Richard. If that's on Richard, that's his second.
I think they are going to get Jaden for that one.
So Richard called for the foul, his second on the team. 3:03 to go in the opening quarter.
I think Richard's going to, no, Richard's not going to check out, but Sands is going to check in.
Sands will come in, so they'll go a little bit bigger. That means that Rayfield will do a little more ball handling. Actually, no, Yaskovich checking out. They'll keep Richard in with the 2 fouls. Braden Brescia checking in. On the baseline, shot short. That was Brescia with the fadeaway, and a rebound pulled off by Lucas Sands. Out to Topolsky. And the handoff to Jaden Richard, trying to get him going here in the early going. 2:45 to go in the opening quarter. Richard, screen set up top. A pretty good switch by Caribou. Along the baseline, into Sands, shot blocked away. We're going to get a jump ball. And the possession arrow will favor Foxcroft Academy. So, ball tied up. Possession arrow stays with the Ponies.
Good job in reaching and get that tie up there without fouling. by the Caribou Vikings.
Sub coming in for Foxcroft. Ashton Aid will check in. Wyatt Rayfield checks out. Richard inbounds to Topolsky. Left open. Tries three. Yes! So Silas Topolsky left open for the three, and he gets it to go, and the Ponies lead at 12-9. Robbins for Caribou. Picks up the dribble through the lane. Ball knocked away and taken out by Richard. Richard 1-on-3 to the front court. Holds it up, gives it back to Smith. Smith on the drive, kick out to the corner. This is Aid for the Ponies. Aid hands it back to Richard. The Ponies reset. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Richard guarded by Sam Hebert, who just checked in for Coach Kyle Corrigan. Through the lane, the runner, no good, and the foul. That'll send Richard to the free throw line for two.
Good job by Richard, even with the 2 fouls, being aggressive and trying to go to the basket.
At the free throw line, shooting 2, Richard. He's 1 of 2 from the line so far this afternoon. And the first one is good. Pushes it back out to a 4-point lead, so Caribou tied it at 9. Ponies on a 4-0 run right now. He'll get one more. Yaskovic checking in. Smith checks out for the Ponies.
Two very athletic teams out
Very
here.
much.
Toby, which is kind of normal what you see in the Big East Conference.
And the second shot for Richard is good. So 2 of 2 from the line. Ponies lead it by 5. 14-9. Cayman Sargent up over the time stripe. Guarded by Richard. This is Robbins.
They're going to try to work on Richard and try to pick up a 3rd foul.
As the ball knocked out of bounds, it goes off of Caribou, and you're right, that's a smart move. The Caribou got to go after the man that Richard is guarding, see if they can pick another foul up. Right now, the Ponies leading it by 5, 14-9. A minute and a half to go in the opening quarter. Topolsky, guarded by Brescia. This is Richard. Kick out to the corner to Ashton Aid. He drives by his man, floats it up, can't get it to go, but it goes out of bounds, and it stays with Foxcroft. Colby Willett checking in. So both teams going to their bench here in the early going. Richard inbounds, open is Aid. Aid for 3 off the front rim, can't get it to go. Rebound pulled off by Sargent. Sargent gives it up to the glass, the layup no good. Sargent the putback, yes. Brescia with the miss, Sargent with the putback, 14-11. Topolsky off to Richard, under a minute to go in the first quarter. Jaskovic for Foxcroft, drives the lane, puts it up, off the glass, gets it to go, good body control.
His 2nd basket so far in the afternoon.
Ponies back up by 5, 3-pointer on the way, it's high off the back rim, no good. Topolsky's guys for the rebound. With 40 seconds to go in the quarter. Here's Richard. Along the baseline. Cross-court pass to Aid, out to Jaskovic. He'll drive, give it back to Topolsky. He was open, didn't take it, now pulls up in the lane. The shot off the rim, no good. Jaskovic the rebound, puts the shot up off the glass and in. Inserting his will on the inside, and the Ponies lead it by 7. The floater up off the glass, no good. Rebound to Aid with 14 seconds to go. 7-point Pony lead, 18-11. Here's Richard. Richard steps back, floats it up, off the glass, can't get it to go at the buzzer. And that's how the first quarter ends from Foxcroft Academy. Up and down action in this first quarter. After 1, it's the Ponies 18, Caribou 11 on Eastern Maine Sports.
Brothers Meats is a family-owned and operated business located in Guilford, Maine. We operate a local retail meat market along with a slaughterhouse, smokehouse, and processing plants. Herring Brothers has all sorts of meats from already pre-cut all the way to cutting it right on the spot for you. Also, while you're there, don't forget to try their wicked good beef jerky that is made right in Guilford, Maine. Call them at 207-876-4395 or visit them at 346 Water Street Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And stop by Kimball Insurance for all your insurance needs. Whether it be auto, home, farm, business, life, or health insurance, we have you covered. Our agents are ready to serve you and help you with your needs. Visit us at Kimball Insurance at 91 Main Street in Sangerville, Maine, online at KimballInsuranceAgency.com, or visit us on Facebook to see what we can do for you. Kimball's, your insurance is our business.
At Foxcroft Academy, Toby Nelson, Chris Lesner, Mark Callan, our producer and cameraman here for this one. And Chris, an up and down first quarter of action. The Ponies out to a 7-point lead.
Yeah, just what we expected, and Ponies have done a good job, anticipating the passing lane. Got 5 points from Topolsky and 6 from Jasovich there in that first quarter.
Ponies leading at 18-11. Caribou ball to start the second quarter. They go down inside. Cayman Sargent turnaround shot, no good. Rebound ripped out by Lucas Sands. Sands off to Richard. Ponies lead it by 7. They've got the basketball. Richard playing with 2 fouls here in this first half. Off to Topolsky. Topolsky back to Richard. Sam Hebert on him. They switch pretty well as it goes over to Dawson St. Pierre now takes charge. On the baseline, kicks it out to Topolsky. Up face. Drives in the lane, floats it up, can't get the runner to go. Rebound pulled off by Robbins. Quickly down court for the Vikings. Ball knocked out of bounds. No, foul called on Topolsky. Reach-in foul on Topolsky. That'll be his first, and the first on the team as we start the second quarter. I know we're about, 7-8 games in now, so the new foul rules have kind of settled in with team fouls being reset after each quarter. Robbins on the inside, puts a shot up, can't get the friendly roll, rebound pulled down, and they'll work it around the perimeter. Back down inside, now Jasovich will be called for the reach-in foul. That's his first.
Yeah, for some of the people that aren't aware, it's 5 fouls per quarter. Once you reach that 5-foul threshold, it's 2 shots at the line.
There's a shot on the baseline, no good. Caribou coming out kind of stone cold from the outside. They hit a 3, but that's been about it. Leading by 7. It's Richard goes up with a shot, no good, goes out of bounds. And it's going to be a Caribou ball. It might have been bumped, but easy to call from up here.
Timeout.
30-second timeout called here by Foxcroft Academy. We'll keep it here with 6 minutes and 46 seconds to go in the first half. But yeah, the foul rule with resetting fouls at the end of the quarter, it has made a few changes. I think like at the end of quarters now, if teams haven't used their fouls, you can strategically foul instead of giving up layups.
That is very true, but I notice at a lot of end of games, if you're not up, say you only have one or you haven't fouled at all, you've got to foul a bunch of times within a few seconds.
So it has made maybe strategically a few changes.
I like it myself.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yep, I do too. I think it speeds games up a little bit. The 1-and-1s always were nerve-wracking, right? Because you got to make the first to get the second. And now they take that out. Caribou ball coming out of the timeout. Toby Nelson, Chris Lesner with you. We're glad you can be with us on Eastern Maine Sports here on this Christmas week game, Christmas weekend, I guess now, as we get set for New Year's on Monday. Cayman Sargent for Caribou in the front court. Ponies come out with a little 2-3 zone here out of the timeout. If you shoot well, the zone's great. If you don't, it's hard to beat. Quick passing down inside. This is Robbins. Goes up with it off the glass and in, so they exploited the inside, Chris, and got the layup. 18-13, 5-point lead for Foxcroft. This is Richard. Richard, up and under, shot good. He is so good with that move. Gets people leaning one way, and he's got a wide open lane. Sargent kicks it out. This is St. Pierre, tries 3. It's off the mark, no good. Topolsky with a rebound. Didn't see Rayfield as he broke. This is Topolsky, a whistle and a blocking foul on Caribou, so it's going to be before the shot. The Vikings will inbound along the baseline. Owen Corrigan checking back in. So Corrigan in, St. Pierre out for Caribou. Both teams sporting new uniforms this year. Ponies with the home whites, and Caribou their traveling maroons. Richard looks to drive on his man. That's Hebert. Done a pretty good job with him so far. Topolsky guarded closely by Brescia. Now down low to Sands. Rayfield, a whistle, and 3-second violation. I think Sands might have been caught in the lane a little too long. Either way, it's a turnover, and the ball's going back to the Vikings with 5:38 to play in the half. It's a 7-point game after one, a 7-point game right now. Corrigan for Caribou. Down low, underneath, all along the layup, no good. The rebound, the putback's good. That one goes for Kamen Sargent, so he makes amends and gets a layup to go. 20-15 in the backcourt. Jaskovic gets it over the time stripe. Got it by Tristan Robbins, picks up the dribble, back to Richard. This is Richard working top of the key. Richard to Rayfield. Jaskovic off the drive, no good. Rebound pulled down by Caribou. Vikings 3-on-2 into the front court. Brescia underneath the basket. Has it stripped away and taken out. Get himself too far underneath the basket that time. This is Topolsky. He'll pull up from the foul line around the rim and in.
7 points for Topolsky so far.
A reach-in foul on Rayfield is going to the basket was Hebert. He had an uncontested layup, so probably a smart foul that time by Rayfield. So Jackson Smith will check back in for Foxcroft, and Dylan Bouchard will check in for Caribou. Viking ball underneath their basket, trailing by 7. Down low, it's Robbins. Robbins turns off the glass and in. Back to a 5-point ball game. This is Topolsky to Richard. Richard has it stripped underneath to Smith. He's all alone, lays it in. So Smith with a layup makes it 24-17.
That was a fortunate bounce there for Foxcroft.
Robbins got by his man, lays it in. He's been a force so far for Caribou, which we expected.
He's up to 10 points.
Ball knocked away, goes out of bounds off of Caribou. Is Hebert trying to plead his case, but he's the one that knocked it out of bounds. So inbounding along the baseline will be Jackson Smith. Sands back in. Jaskovic will take a seat for Coach Charles Beal. 24-19, Ponies leading by 5. There's just under 4 minutes to play here in this first half. It's Spalski. Off to Richard. Off in the corner. Rayfield, pull-up pop from the baseline. Yes. Ponies hitting their shots from the outside, and they've built the lead. This is Sargent. Takes it right down the lane. Layup good. So both teams trading buckets right now. 26-21, Ponies by 5. This is Richard in the backcourt. Guarded by Hebert. Screen set by Sands. And the ball's thrown away, taken out by Caribou. Hebert up ahead of the pack. Nice pass off to Bouchard. He'll lay it in. Dylan Bouchard with a layup. Makes it 26-23, and the pressure applied by Caribou. Down the court to Topolsky. Topolsky with a quick crossover. Gets in the lane, pulls up with a shot, around and off, no good. Rebound taken down by Caribou. Down court pass here for the Vikings. Along the baseline, shot good for Hebert. 26-25, and the Ponies, I think, want a timeout. Foxcroft will take the timeout as Coach Charles Beal asked for it, and he'll take it. We'll do the same. 2:44 to go in the half. It's a 1-point game on Eastern Main.
Busy with places to go, things to do, people to see. Let Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union make managing your money easy with mobile services, bill pay, Apple Pay, mobile deposit, and more. We're as close as your phone. Now serving all of Piscataquis, Penobscot, and Somerset counties. Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union. Personal service, shared value. MHFCU.com.
Looking to keep your home safe and your lights on? Ideal Energy Solutions is fully licensed and insured to install new Generac generators for your home or business. We proudly handle all of your energy needs, from electrical work to HVAC and heat pumps. Our team is passionate about serving our local community, keeping our valued customers safe. Find us on Facebook or call Ideal Energy Solutions at 207-270-0242. For Maine's Ideal Service.
At Foxcroft Academy, Toby Nelson, Chris Lesner. Mark Kalman, our producer and cameraman here for this one. 26-25, so a little run here for the Vikings, Chris.
6-0 Vikings run right now.
It was 26-19. They've lopped it off, and what's got them back in the game, they like to get up and down the floor when they get into that transition game. 26-25, here's Topolsky. Out of the timeout, 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. Topolsky in the lane, gives it baseline. Smith with one dribble out to Rayfield at the foul line elbow. Now down low to Sands. Sands back to Rayfield. Rayfield open for three. That comes up short. And the ball goes out of bounds. Ball goes over to Caribou. The ball turned over to the Vikings. They'll have it with 2:16 to go on the clock in this first half.
Could be the first lead of the game so far here.
The Ponies jumped out to a 4-0 lead. It's been tied a couple times, but Caribou has not led in this one. Hebert gives it out to Robbins. He's had himself a good first half, and he continues. Layup good. Christian Robbins with the bucket. Caribou leads it by one, 27-26. Jaden Richard working the crossover for Foxcroft. Now Rayfield. Jaskovich getting set to check back in here for Coach Charles Beal's club. This is Topolsky. Out for Richard. Down low, Smith hands it back up. Richard along the baseline as he throws it away, but throws it off of the Caribou player and out of bounds. So got himself in the air, had nowhere to go, but was able to throw it off a Viking and out of bounds. Pony basketball as Jaskovich checks in. Rayfield checks out with 1:27 to go in the half. Coming up, our Ideal Energy Solutions halftime report here from Foxcroft Academy. Inbound to Richard. Sands gives it out to Topolsky. Topolsky off to Jaskovich. Dribbles through, ball stripped away, stolen out by the Vikes. This is Robbins. Down court gives it to Hebert. Hebert, the runner, too hard. Rebound taken off by Topolsky. Just under a minute to play here in this first half. Topolsky shovels it off underneath. Sands, little turnaround shot. He gets the roll to go. Ponies back on top by one. Hebert out to Sargent. Drives, floats it up, no good. Well, they got a piece of it. The rebound pulled off by Richard with 40 seconds to go in the first half. Ponies have a 1-point lead, 28-27. Jaskovich out to Topolsky. Ball knocked into the backcourt, but it went off of Vikings. So Topolsky goes back up and picks it up. Topolsky throws it away. So he turns it over with 23 seconds to go. We'll see what Coach Kyle Corrigan up off the bench hollering last shot. So we'll see, Chris, if they listen to him. Damon Sargent dribbling out the Pony logo. He'll take his time. Down to 13 seconds. Working it around, back to Robbins. Turns in the lane, puts it up, can't get it to go. The putback, yes, and the foul.
Nice job by Robbins to get that initial shot back and put it up. Now he has a chance at a three-point play.
Robbins has been dominant here in this first half for Caribou as he's been a force on the inside. Chance for a three-point play. Caribou back on top by one, 29-28. As the free throw for Robbins is good. 2-point Viking lead, their biggest lead of the first half. Here's Richard. Richard throws it up at the buzzer, no good. And that's how the first half will end here from Foxcroft Academy. So, Chris, kind of a tale of about 12 minutes of the first half to the last 4 minutes of the first half in this one, because Foxcroft really asserted their will in the first 12 minutes, but after that it was all Caribou coming back to take a 2-point halftime lead.
Yeah, 19 second quarter points there for the Vikings.
Score at the half, the Caribou Vikings 30 and the Foxcroft Academy Ponies 28. How about we take a timeout? We'll come back with the Ideal Energy Solutions halftime report after this. It's high school basketball, Christmas style, here on Eastern Maine Sports.
My name is Rick Ames, and now we have an office in Dexter, which is what we consider our hometown now. We still have our office in Lincoln, and we're loving that. We're looking forward to helping you naturally feel and be your very best.
Sluggers Baseball and Softball Training offers a variety of classes and leagues to expose you to a wider view of the game. Sluggers leads the way in baseball and softball training with industry-leading technology such as Hit Tracks that combines a traditional batting cage experience with modern analytics, all from the virtual diamond of your favorite ballpark. Check out Sluggers today on Facebook, schedule online, or call 207-951-2250 to start your journey with the best training staff around. Excellence starts at Sluggers.
Brothers Meats is a family-owned and operated business located in Guilford, Maine. We operate a local retail meat market along with a slaughterhouse, smokehouse, and processing plants. Herring Brothers has all sorts of meats from already pre-cut all the way to cutting it right on the spot for you. Also, while you're there, don't forget to try their wicked good beef jerky that is made right in Guilford, Maine. Call them at 207-876-4395 or visit them at 346 Water Street Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. To Ral's Garage in Dover Foxcroft to discover the difference between walking into a local dealership versus a big dealer that uses high-pressure tactics the second you drive onto the lot. From selling you a vehicle to servicing your vehicle, Ral's Garage will treat you like you are the only customer. While you're there, check out their state-of-the-art automatic car wash. Ral's Garage, call them at 207-564-3434 or visit them at 191 East Main Street in Dover Foxcroft, Maine.
Busy with places to go, things to do, people to see. Let Maine Highlands Credit Union make managing your money easy with mobile services, bill pay, Apple Pay, mobile deposit, and more. We're as close as your phone. Now serving all of Piscataquis, Penobscot, and Somerset counties. Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union. Personal service, shared value. MHFCU.com.
My name is Rick Ames, and now we have an office in Dexter, which is what we consider our hometown now. We still have our office in Lincoln, and we're loving that. We're looking forward to helping you naturally feel and be your very best.
To Ral's Garage in Dover Foxcroft to discover the difference between walking into a local dealership versus a big dealer that uses high-pressure tactics the second you drive onto the lot. From selling you a vehicle to servicing your vehicle, Ral's Garage will treat you like you are the only customer. While you're there, check out their state-of-the-art automatic car wash. Ral's Garage, call them at 207-564-3434 or visit them at 191 East Main Street in Dover Foxcroft, Maine.
Sluggers Baseball and Softball Training offers a variety of classes and leagues to expose you to a wider view of the game. Sluggers leads the way in baseball and softball training with industry-leading technology such as Hit Tracks that combines a traditional batting cage experience with modern analytics, all from the virtual diamond of your favorite ballpark. Check out Sluggers today on Facebook, schedule online, or call 207-951-2250 to start your journey with the best training staff around. Excellence starts at Sluggers.
At Foxcroft Academy, Toby Nelson, Chris Lesner, we're at the half. 30-28, the Caribou Vikings with a lead over the Foxcroft Academy Ponies. And Chris, we alluded to it there right before we went to the break, but first 12 minutes or so, Foxcroft had a comfortable 5-7 point lead. Caribou up tempo, got some things going, and they rewarded themselves with a lead here at the half.
Yeah, they definitely got to go in there in the second quarter, late second quarter. Went on a run, scored 19 second quarter points, and Tristan Robbins, he's leading all scores with 15 points. He had 11 in that second quarter.
Played very, very well for the Caribou Vikings. Halftime report here on Eastern Maine Sports, brought to you by Ideal Energy Solutions. They're an electrical contractor, also very good with modern solutions for heat pump installation and service. Plus, they're also an authorized dealer for generic commercial and residential electrical and heat pump installation. Ideal Energy Solutions is a heat pump residential registered vendor for Efficiency Maine. They're located at 25 North Street, Suite A here in Dover Foxcroft. For more information, you can contact them via email at idealsolution@gmail.com or call them 270-0242. Ideal Energy Solutions. Halftime here at Foxcroft Academy as we get set for a little, I believe, an interview here coming up at the half that Mark has loaded up for us. 30-28 the score. The Foxcroft Ponies trailing the Caribou Vikings. and we're ready to go to the interviews right now.
Wire event win in the dominating fashion you did. How does that feel for you?
It definitely just gives us a little boost of the confidence that we need to continue throughout the season. It was obviously a great opening game for us, and it was really exciting for us to, get everyone in the game. We got all 3 of our freshmen to score first game, so that's super exciting for all of us.
Yeah, something I was going to mention.
A little confidence.
Absolutely. Yeah. Something I was going to mention to Coach as well. Every player for your team scored tonight.
Yes.
That's pretty cool when you're able to put up numbers like that. But you specifically, you and a number of other people on your team as well, but you had 28 points. When you're out there offensively, what is your plan of attack? What are you seeing that kind of got you going tonight?
The ball in the rim. That's all I see. And my teammates, obviously, but I'm just very aggressive, I guess. Mm-hmm. When I see an open spot, I take it. When I don't, sometimes I take it, but.
Well, and you oftentimes you make it, as you did tonight. Yeah. Before we pass it off to Coach, kind of want to talk about 2 things. One, defensively tonight. I mean, it's easy to look at the offensive performance you guys had and be wowed by that, but really it was your defense leading to offense. Talk about your team defense and what it means to be part of a group that plays that hard on that end of the floor.
Well, this year that's really going to be our focal point of what we're trying to get better at because, we know we can score as we've seen, but to be able to play team defense really well and help side and to be able to steal the ball like we did tonight, that creates opportunities for just fast breaks. That's what we live by. That's 2 easy points without having to do any type of offense at all, and it's in 4 seconds of running down the court. So those quick scores, we pretty much call our defense our offense because that's what it turns into. So that's what it looked like tonight for sure by you guys. Final question here before we pass it off to Coach. Coming in, last year defending state champs, what's the momentum like and what's the atmosphere for this team coming into this season? Last year, you guys were fantastic. You proved that. But you didn't have that target on your back. This year, everyone's looking at the Ellsworth Eagles. How does that feel and what's your feelings like coming into this season? Well, for me, that's even more exciting for me. We know we're that good. We know we have everyone we need to be that good again and even better. We definitely lost a big part of our team losing Morgan, but I think that the freshmen coming in are really going to help us to continue to get better. And, it's super exciting. It's like I love doing it. I love coming back, and especially coming off such a good year. I'll do the same with you, Coach. Walk us through those final couple of minutes there where it was really tight basketball, could have gone either way. What were you talking to your team about?
Just putting pressure on their ball handlers for our defense was the biggest thing. And then on the offense, really work through Jaden and Niksha at the end there just with our offense that we run. But taking care of the ball, not turning it over, not forcing the shots. Herman had a good game plan that came out. They were tough. And then luckily for Jaden, Jaden had a game that Jaden needed to have, and our guys responded.
All right, thanks very much, Mark, for those halftime interviews. Some of the first half numbers you got, Chris.
Yeah, Caribou, 30 points there in that first half, led by Tristan Robbins, 15.7 rebounds. Cayman Sargent, 9 points, 5 rebounds. Sam Hebert, 2. Dylan Bouchard, 4. They only had 4 guys score for those 30 points. Over on the Foxcroft side, Silas Topolsky with 7. Jaden Richard with 5. Wyatt Rayfield with 4. Yakovic, is that how you say that? Jasovic, okay, has 6 points, and Jackson Smith has 4 for their total of 28.
All right, 30-28, we get set to start the second half. Black Bear Crane is a family-owned and operated crane company, as well as rigging service provider located in Herman. They cover the state of Maine with cranes from 27 to 240 tons. From roof trusses, HVAC units, steel and precast erection to modular home and communications equipment. You can give them a call today, 977-BEAR. That's Black Bear Crane Company, one of the proud sponsors of high school basketball here on Eastern Maine Sports. Pony basketball to start the second half. They trail it by 2. We switch up sides. Here's Silas Topolsky for Foxcroft. Topolsky in the front court. Looks to hand it off to Richard. They'll run a wheel out front. This is Richard off to Yaskovic. Drives, kick out pass to Rayfield. Rayfield, stop, pull up, pop off the front rim, no good. Robbins with the rebound. That's one thing Caribou wanted to clean up, was making sure they could clean up defensive glass, and they did that there with the rebound by Robbins. Bouchard inside, Robbins comes free, lays it in. Robbins set the screen, nobody went with him. He was able to lay it up and in. Caribou leads it by 4. This is Topolsky for Foxcroft. Gives it off to Richard. Richard at the free throw line, pull up pop, it's off the mark, no good. And the ball turned over to Caribou. So real pivotal first couple minutes here of this third quarter to try to establish something.
Absolutely. If you're Foxcroft, you want to get back into that offensive flow, and you don't want Caribou to catch fire, which, wow, they have.
Sam Hebert for three. Matching the Foxcroft biggest lead of 7. 35-28. Caribou now leads by 7. This is Richard out in the corner. Rayfield trying to answer back. It's no good. Rebound off to the Vikes. Quickly down court. They'll go to Bouchard. To the glass, lays it in. Timeout called by Coach Carl Beal as Caribou starts the quarter on a 7-0 run. So they get the layup on the inside, the three-point shot, the fast break layup. That's very efficient offense for the Vikings.
Yeah, very good. They've definitely played about the halfway mark of that second quarter, and now here in the beginning of the third quarter, they've really played well.
Maine Mapping Company provides all your land surveying and mapping needs throughout the state of Maine. Centrally located in Dexter, Maine Mapping provides boundary, topographical, and aerial surveys, as well as construction survey services statewide. Visit them today, mainemappingco.com, or check out their Facebook page to get more information. One of the fine sponsors here of high school basketball and Eastern Maine sports. Along with Chris Lesner, Toby Nelson at Foxcroft Academy. A little 7-0 run to start the second half for the Caribou Vikings. They lead it by 9, 35-28. This is Silas Topolsky for the Ponies. Topolsky guarded closely by Corrigan. And a 5-second violation. As Topolsky called for the 5-second. The turnover, and the ball goes back to Caribou. They've ratcheted it up on the defensive side.
Definitely have, and it's a 10-0 run overall as Robbins made a three-point play at the end of the second quarter.
That's right. That's why I have you here. Well, and Mark told me I was going to work with you. So.
Well, it's just a pleasure working with a 10-time Hall of Famer like yourself. So.
Off in the corner for the Vikings. They go down low to Robbins. Robbins shoots it across the lane. The layup's good. That's Cayman Sargent. Vikings lead by 11, so very explosive offense for Caribou. As they start the quarter, this is Topolsky, and he travels. Turnover, the ball goes back to Caribou. So, yeah, you mentioned the run here for Caribou, a 12-0 run from the end of the first half into the start of the second half. 2 minutes gone by in the third quarter, and it's a 39-28 lead for Caribou. Robbins with Bouchard. Bouchard has it picked away from behind, knocked away by Smith, and here comes Topolsky. Topolsky lays it up, and a player control foul on Topolsky. So we get a player control foul called on Silas Topolsky, and they'll wave the basket off as well. That's more important, they lose the basket because of it.
Yeah.
Would have snapped the run.
Sargent also into double digits for Caribou with 11.
Coming up at 4:30, it's the varsity girls game. Caribou and Foxcroft will have on Eastern Maine Sports. In between that, the JV girls game will also be on YouTube. 3-point try, no good. Rebound comes down to Lucas Sands. Off to Richard. Down in the corner, Ashton Aid. Aid by his man, puts it up, gets blocked from behind, and here comes Caribou. We get a whistle and a foul on Ashton Aid in transition. The ball turned over, back to Caribou with 5:26 to go in the third quarter. 39-28 in favor of the Vikings. Robbins off in the corner. Right back down low. Robbins get a whistle and a traveling violation on Robbins. That's about the only thing he's done wrong today.
Absolutely. Kind of a dangerous spot here for Foxcroft. You want to keep yourself within striking distance to be able to make a run and get back into this game.
Yashkovich checks back in. Caribou coming out with full court pressure. Is Sands and Smith up back. Topolsky, Yashkovich, and Richard, the other three in for Foxcroft Academy. They'll rely on some ball handling from Yashkovich. It's knocked away and stolen by Robbins. Gives it out to Bouchard. Bouchard to Sargent. Kick out pass in the corner. Open. Hebert for three, but a traveling violation. He tried to gather it and traveled when he did. So both teams had a sloppy with the basketball last couple times up and down the court.
It's going on about 3.5 minutes, though, since Foxcroft has scored.
They have not scored in this quarter, and they didn't score in the last minute or so of the first half. Jaden Richard. Richard goes coast to coast, gives it back up top. Topolsky, a whistle, player control foul on Topolsky.
That is third. I think that might be his third, too. It is.
He has three.
Richard's done a good job, though, playing with 2 fouls.
Yes, he has, because he picked up those 2 in the first, 3 minutes of the game.
He did, yep.
Hebert. Pass tipped away, but Bouchard has it. Now to Robbins. Robbins fires it off underneath. Shot blocked away, and a foul's going to go on Richard. And that's going to send Cayman Sargent to the free throw line. So at the free throw line, shooting 2 now is Cayman Sargent. Richard's 3rd foul. So he and Topolsky both with 3. That's the 4th team foul on Foxcroft here in the 3rd quarter. So Sargent at the free throw line. First one on the way is no good.
Only the 2nd and 3rd attempts from the line so far for the Vikings.
Yeah, the only one in the first half was the N1 at the third quarter.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the Ponies have gone 3 for 4, but not a lot of foul shots today so far.
Second shot's good. 12-point ball game, 40-28. Yashkovich off to Topolsky. Gives it back to Richard. Richard guarded by Hebert. Richard at the free throw line pulls up with a shot that comes up short. Fight for the rebound. Sands pulls it down. Gives it out to Yashkovich, and they keep the possession alive with the offensive board. Sands to Richard. Sands set the screen for him. Richard falls down, but able to maintain control. As long as you dribble, you're fine. Yashkovich in the lane. He goes up with a shot, gets it to go. That's a big shot for the Ponies.
The first 2 points here this 3rd quarter, and that ends overall a 13-0 run by the Vikings.
Foul on Smith, and that's the 5th team foul. So Caribou will be shooting 2-shot fouls here for the next 3 minutes and 57 seconds of the half. There's 2 shots at the free throw line coming for the Vikings. Dylan Bouchard will go there. 10-point ball game, 40-30 in favor of Caribou. And the first free throw is off the back rim, no good. Bouchard to get one more. And a whistle, a lane violation on Caribou. So it went in, but wave it off. Yashkovich for Foxcroft. Just under 4 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. Ponies trail it by 10. Yashkovich in the lane. Nice shovel pass off underneath to Smith. He lays it in. So Smith with the bucket. Cuts it back down to an 8-point ball game. 40-32. Sargent got a lane to the basket. He'll lay it up and in. So you can't give him that kind of lane. And Sargent with a layup makes it a 10-point ball game. Topolsky. Double team, gives it back out. Yashkovich for Foxcroft. Drives on his man, gives it out on the baseline. This is Sands with the shot, no good. Ball out of bounds, Foxcroft ball. To stay there as Smith was able to knock it out of bounds off a Viking, and a timeout called by Foxcroft Academy. Coach Charles Beal takes it, we'll do the same. 3:16 to go in the quarter. Caribou by 10 on Eastern Maine Sports.
Looking to keep your home safe and your lights on? Ideal Energy Solutions is fully licensed and insured to install new Generac generators for your home or business. We proudly handle all of your energy needs, from electrical work to HVAC and heat pumps. Our team is passionate about serving our local community, keeping our valued customers safe. Find us on Facebook or call Ideal Energy Solutions at 207-270-0242. For Maine's ideal service.
And stop by Kimball Insurance for all your insurance needs. Whether it be auto, home, farm, business, life, or health insurance, we have you covered. Our agents are ready to serve you and help you with your needs. Visit us at Kimball Insurance at 91 Main Street in Sangerville, Maine, online at KimballInsuranceAgency.com, or visit us on Facebook to see what we can do for you. Kimball's, your insurance is our business.
At Foxcroft Academy, Toby Nelson, Chris Lesner with you. 3:16 to play, 3rd quarter. A 10-point Caribou Viking lead. There's the inbounds pass for Caribou. Foxcroft is going to be stolen away. Taken out by the Vikings. They'll go coast to coast. The shot no good. Rebound Robbins lays it in. That's Bouchard with a miss. Robbins with a layup. 44-32. Back up to a 12-point advantage. This is Topolsky. A whistle, and we get a foul called on Corrigan. Oregon called for the foul.
They've really done a great job defensively.
Yeah,
Caribou
yeah.
overall for the game.
Yep.
They're really making it difficult for Foxcroft to get any good looks at the basket.
Inbounds goes into the backcourt to Jaden Richard. Richard now breaks the time stripe. Sands sets a screen for him up top. There's a three-point try. This is Topolsky. That one around the rim and off. No good. Rebound taken down by Bouchard. Up ahead is ball stripped away and stolen. Corrigan couldn't hang on to it. This is Topolsky. Topolsky, foul line, pull-up pop off the front rim, no good. Robbins with the board and a foul in the rebounding action. So Robbins able to maintain possession on the inside, and they'll send him to the free throw line for 2 shots as the Ponies over the limit. Gage Beaudry in the game now for Foxcroft. That was at the last timeout break. Yaskovic will take a seat on the bench. At the free throw line, shooting 2 now for the Vikings, Tristan Robbins. As Robbins' first free throw around and in.
He's up to 20 points, 10 rebounds, so double-double effort here by Robbins today.
He's been tough here today for Caribou. He'll get one more. Second one, that is short, and the rebound pulled down by Foxcroft. So 1 of 2 at the free throw line, 13-point lead. I believe that's the biggest lead here for the Vikings today.
It is.
This is Richard. On the drive, floats it up along the baseline, no good. Robbins with another board, make that 11 for him. Quickly down court to Sargent. He catches, lays it up with the left hand, no good. Fight for the rebound, is pulled out in the lane. That shot by Hebert, no good. He short-armed it, and Sands pulls it down for Foxcroft. Topolsky racing to Smith, got his man in the air, shot blocked, but he's fouled. So that'll send Smith to the free throw line, got the good up fake, went around his man, and headed to the free throw line for 2 shots. Second team foul on the Caribou Vikings. Foul on Cayman Sargent is just his first. So Smith at the free throw line to shoot a pair. There's the first one's good.
Every point is big. That was only the 5th point of the quarter for the Ponies.
Yeah, it was 30-28 at the half. Caribou led it by 2. And the second shot for Smith, that one's good as well. So 2 of 2 at the free throw line. Ponies trail it by 11. Just under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Pass off underneath, a layup by Hebert, no good. Guess who? Robbins, a layup, yes. So he picks up a rebound and a basket in that one. This is Topolsky, lost the ball, taken away. Quickly down court for the Vikings. There's the shot up and in, and the foul. Cayman Sargent with the basket.
That's a difficult shot to make on the run like that. Be able to put it off the glass, and nice job by Sargent.
He went with the right hand, kind of fading away, and was able to get the shot to go. So a tough shot. The foul went on Lucas Sands. That's his first. Again, the team is over the limit, but it's just a 1 shot here after the made basket. There's the free throw on the way, no good. Beaudry with the rebound out to Richard. They've not shot the ball well from the free throw line. Turnaround shot, Lucas Sands, yes. 49-36, 13-point ball game. Robbins guarded by Beaudry. Back out in the corner to Robbins. Minute 18 to go in the quarter. Cross-court pass, 3-point try, Sargent. Off the rim, no good. And the rebound pulled out by Smith. Here's Topolsky for Foxcroft. Topolsky drives, throws it up along the baseline, gets it to go. Little 5-0 run here for Foxcroft. Hebert, ball tipped out of bounds, stays with Caribou with just under a minute to play here in the third.
Yeah, those baskets were big for Foxcroft. Like I said, you want to stay within striking distance here, around 10 or 11 points, and try to make a run at it.
Brescia. Pass inside, knocked away and stolen. Taken out by Richard. Ball tip goes out of bounds. Foxcroft ball. So we'll stay with the Ponies.
Topolsky that created that turnover.
47 seconds to go here in the quarter. This is Richard for Foxcroft Academy. Richard, screen set by Beaudry, pulls up, foul line, comes up short, rebound off the Caribou. Quickly down court with it. They'll go to the glass, a layup off the glass and in for Dawson St. Pierre. So St. Pierre with the bucket. 51-38. Brescia guarding Topolsky, 15 seconds to go here in the third. Caribou has some fouls to give, so this is Topolsky in the lane, the runner no good. Robbins the rebound, quickly down court. As it's going to be off the glass and in for Cayman Sargent. I don't know how he got that one to go, but he did. Topolsky throws it up at the buzzer, off the glass, no good. And the third quarter comes to an end here from Foxcroft Academy. A 53-38 lead for the Caribou Vikings. Owned and operated in Milo, McSorley Plumbing offers a variety of services to residential and commercial customers. New construction, remodels, opening and closing of seasonal camps and cottages, pump services, and water treatments. Also much, much more. McSorley Plumbing has been a proud sponsor of high school sports here on Eastern Maine Sports. High school basketball also brought to you by Eli's Market, located at 54 Water Street in Guilford. They offer a full-service meat, produce, and deli departments. Eli's also offers additional services such as propane, rug doctor rentals, ice, and more. More information is available on their website, elismarkets.com. Chris, that was a pretty good third quarter for the Vikings.
Yeah, I mean, they had 19 points in the second quarter. They followed that up with 23 there in the third and had 5 different players score. And, boy, their defense has made it look tough for Foxcroft to get any good looks. If you notice, any shot Foxcroft's taken is going to be contested.
Contested shots, tough to make. So we'll see what the Ponies do here in the fourth quarter. I want to thank the following businesses for sponsoring the broadcast here today. Rowell's Garage in Dover Foxcroft, Hearing Brothers in Guilford, Black Bear Crane in Herman, Maine Mapping Company from Dexter, Eli's Market from Guilford, McSorley Plumbing in Milo, Ballroom Catering from Ossipee, New Hampshire, and also serving Maine, Sluggers from Brewer, Ames Chiropractic in Dexter, Ideal Energy Sports in Dover Foxcroft, Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union in Dexter, Dover Foxcroft, Guilford, and Greenville, and also Ideal Energy Solutions. Toby Nelson, Chris Schlesner with you, Mark Calvin, our cameraman and producer here today as we start the fourth quarter. Ponies trail it by 15. The Vikings go down inside to Robbins and a foul. Yushkovich called for the foul. Remember, they reset the fouls. That's only the first team foul. That means Caribou inbounds underneath the basket. Robbins the inbound in the corner. Cayman Sargent back to Robbins. Robbins goes up strong off the glass and in. Just asserting his will there on the inside, Chris.
Yeah, he's just come on real strong. He's up to 24 points.
Richard drives, puts it up, no good. Fight for the rebound, pulled off by the Vikings. Quickly down court, they come with it. It's Hebert. Hebert lays it up, no good. Ball saved in, but picked up by Yushkovich. He'll pull it the other way here for Foxcroft Academy. Yushkovich down on the baseline. Richard out to Yushkovich. He'll toe up a long three-point try. It's off the front rim. Robbins with the board. He's got to be, 15 rebounds right now?
14.
His ball out of bounds, stays with Caribou. Now giving him one more than I thought he had.
That's okay. These aren't official stats, you know.
No,
these are unofficial.
There's our officials we're going to get. Better than my numbers. Brescia inbounds. Down the lane. Runner no good. That was Hebert with the miss. One thing they've done is they've missed a few of these open layups. Made the hard ones, and sometimes you miss the easy ones. Under 7 to go here in this one. It's a 17-point ball game. This is Rayfield, shot short. Fight for the rebound, pulled out by Caribou. It's really, the Ponies have just had one opportunity every time down the court here in the second half. Robbins. Nice pass through the lane, the layup's good. Braden Brescia with a lay-in. Up to a 19-point lead here for Caribou.
Devin Henderson also in the game, it looks like, for the Ponies.
And Aid and Caden Whitten is set to check in here for Foxcroft. There's the shot on the baseline. That one's good for Jaden Richard. Richard quickly down court. There's a layup off the glass and in for Sargent, and he's fouled. So, again, they give up the layup on the other end, but Sargent, they let him go on the outlet pass, and it was Rayfield with a foul.
Sargent with a very quiet 20 points
kidding,
today. 20
Rich.
points,
I was
no,
gonna say,
very quiet 20 points.
But he's done a nice job directing traffic for them. Between the mix of he and Robbins, it's going to win Caribou a lot of games this year. As the free throw off the rim, no, that's one thing they got to do better is shoot free throws, especially in close games. 19-point ball game. This is Richard. Gives it out to Rayfield. Off on the baseline, Aid. He'll float it up, gets the shot to go. Last and Aid with the bucket. 59-42. Brescia from the foul line, yes. Brescia answers back. Good stroke from that one.
Well, they have a lot of different players that can do a lot of good things out there for the Vikings.
Remember, this was a 2-point game at the half. And Caribou trailed the whole first half until the last, 3 seconds when they got the N1?
Yep.
This is Richard, steps through, layup, no good. Robbins pulls down the rebound.
That's number 15 there, Toby.
He has a layup on the other end. That one's good for Cayman Sargent. Caribou leading it by 21. These teams only play once this season. They don't have the return trip, a whistle and a foul. Going to be a push underneath. That'll go against Foxcroft Academy. Goes on Devin Henderson. That'll be his first and the third on the team. Just under 5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. A reminder coming up after this one, it's girls basketball, the JV game between Foxcroft and Caribou. It'll be live on Eastern Maine Sports. That'll be followed up by the girls varsity matchup coming up this afternoon at 4:30, and we'll have it for you on Eastern Maine Sports. You'll be here along with Mark Kalman.
Yep, Mark Kalman. Got a lot of different faces that he wears behind the scenes here.
He's our producer extraordinaire for this one. Robbins in the lane, shot's good.
It's just been unstoppable here. He really got on a roll in the second quarter, and he's just continued it. Talking about Robbins.
Yeah, Kristen Robbins has really just owned the paint here for the Caribou Vikings. 65-42. Here's Aid. Aid in the lane. Floater, no good. A rebound pulled off by Caribou. Down court. Sargent turns in the lane. Shot no good. Robbins with the rebound. He tries to go up with a shot and is fouled. Niksha Yashkovich getting set to check back in. Coach Kyle Corrigan wants a 30-second timeout. Timeout taken by Coach Corrigan. He'll get a couple subs in. 65-42, so up next for both these clubs, Caribou will play their crosstown rival Presque Isle on Wednesday night. That'll be in Presque Isle. And Foxcroft will go to Orono. That'll be on Thursday, down to Orono. So no easy task for the Ponies in their first game of 2024.
No, not at all. You got the Vikings here today, and then you got the defending state champions coming up as your next game. So no easy tasks here in Class B. We all know that. Big East is, one of the best conferences, and it's a tough struggle every night.
It is. It's a struggle. I've said that for years and been involved with it for years. And one of those deals where if you take a night off, you don't win. It's pretty simple,
I would say, though, that if you look at it on the girls' side, there's really two top teams in girls.
I agree.
But boys, you could throw 6 or 7 teams in there.
Yep.
It's going to be exciting when we get to Bangor for sure.
I mean, you look at Orono is probably the top team right now, just as the defending state champions and unbeaten. As a Robbins misses a shot. So until they get beat, they're still top dog, but there are still some good ones there.
Definitely.
Caribou,
one of those.
Absolutely. In the corner, it's 8 for 3, around the rim and off, no good. Rebound taken down by Corrigan. Under 4 minutes to play. Corrigan with it up top for Caribou. Off to Bouchard. He'll swing it around. Corrigan stops, tries 3. That's off the mark, no good. Caribou with the rebound, but out of bounds. On the baseline, it was Sam Hebert.
And this team, Caribou, only graduates Hebert and Dylan Bouchard. So you're going to be hearing about the Vikings again next year. So.
Yeah, Coach Corrigan, I was talking to him in the pregame. He said, he feels confident what they'll be able to do this year. He said, but next year, I really think we're going to be able to be even better. As they get a lot of playing time this year for these youngsters. A whistle and a player control. A 3-point shot was put out by A, but a player control foul called on Foxcroft.
We got Witten for that one.
Witten called for the foul. the three-pointer was put up and in, and they wanted to make sure that the shot didn't count before, because if the shot was released before the foul, the shot would have counted, but it did not. Here's Corrigan inside, get the layup, no good. Yaskovic with the rebound. Ball stolen away, taken back by Caribou. Down the lane, Robbins puts the shot up, no good. It goes out of bounds. Had this been a real close game, you probably would have seen maybe a foul there, but I think at this point the officials are saying, we'll finish this one out.
Yeah, and as we get down here to the end here, it looks like Caribou's going to end up winning this game. Maybe we can get Tristan Robbins and maybe Coach Corrigan to come say a few words with you.
Wholesale substitutions here for Foxcroft. There's Henderson, Smith, Sands, Topolsky, and Rayfield back in the game for the Ponies. This is Robbins for Caribou. Corrigan, a little wheel out front. Got free, shot blocked by Smith. On the baseline, Robbins guarded by Sands. Corrigan up top, 2:40 to go in this one. 65-42. Seems like we haven't had any scoring in a little while.
It does seem that way, yeah. It's really slowed down.
It was 30-28 at the half, but Caribou started off on was it a 9-0 run to start the quarter?
I think it was a 10-0 run to start. Yep, it's been those last few seconds of the second quarter and this second half has been, Vikings have been very impressive.
They get it free underneath, so it's Ebert. Gives it back up. They're just working a wheel up front, seeing if they can have someone flash to the middle. Why not work on something you might need later on? Robbins, kick out to the corner.
They don't really look that interested in shooting unless they get a wide open layup here.
Ponies have committed 5 team fouls, so it would be free throws. And speaking of free throws, it's going to be 2 here for Owen Corrigan. Corrigan at the free throw line to shoot 2. Fouling on Rayfield, his third. Corrigan's free throw is missed.
That might definitely be one that Coach Corrigan talks about is, yeah, we won comfortably. We turned it on in the second half, but, you know, we got to hit free throws. You get into a tournament situation and you got to hit those shots.
Substitutions is Max Morrow checking in for Caribou. Also Colby Willett coming in. Andrew Cummings checks in. There's a free throw good for Corrigan, and the sub coming in for him is Dawson St. Pierre. So Coach Corrigan unloads his bench, 66-42. Post-game report coming up. We'll talk to Tristan Robbins, also try to get some words with Coach Kyle Corrigan of the Caribou Vikings. This is Sands for Foxcroft. Down inside, ball knocked away. Loose on the floor, and whistle, ball tied up. Possession arrow to favor Foxcroft Academy. This is Topolsky. Sands, turnaround in the lane, shot short, rebound pulled off by Caribou. Colby Willett. Down to 1:25 to go here in the fourth quarter. Pass knocked out of bounds by Sands. It'll stay with the Vikings. Again, Ponies will have Orono coming up in the new year. That'll be on Thursday night down in Orono. Caribou will play at Presque Isle on Wednesday night. I'm guessing our good friend Steve Carmichael will be on the call of that Caribou Presque Isle boys game on Wednesday night.
He didn't seem to be too thrilled you were on the broadcast today, Toby.
Steve's got a little... Yeah, Steve's got a little jealousy issue, I think. I'm just kidding. I've known Steve actually. I lost our microphone for a second. Maybe Steve's operating the microphone. So. I've known Steve for a long time, and he can thank me for his start in broadcasting.
Yeah, I said, now Toby's a fill-in. He said, oh, last resort, huh?
Strongly 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Rebound pulled out. Here's Rayfield inside. Sand shot blocked. And we get a traveling violation on Caribou. So ball turned back over to Foxcroft, 66-42.
Like many others, Carmichael, a familiar face around Cross Insurance Center come February. So it's usually the only time we really get to see him, actually, all year.
Yeah, he doesn't travel south much. He's kind of a county boy. He's actually really a wildcat. That's what he is. I was sitting with Coach Corrigan beforehand. He said, when you talk to Steve, tell him you're talking to his second favorite coach because he doesn't coach a Presque Isle. Rayfield will go to the free throw line for 2.
Definitely a slow here. Very slow second half of the Ponies. They only have 14 points here in the second half.
Rayfield missed the free throw. Foul on Max Morrow, his first, and the second free throw for Rayfield. Around the rim and off, no good. Taken down by the Vikes. Morrow, corner, toes up a three-point shot, comes up short. Rayfield with a board. So following the game, we'll have our post-game report. We'll talk to a couple of members of the Caribou squad. This is Smith. Topolsky, runner in the lane, around and off, no good. Fight for the rebound, taken down by Caribou. And now thrown back away. This is Smith. Smith with a shot, it's good, and a foul. So we got the layup, a chance for a three-point play with 23 seconds to go in this one. All academic now. We'll get the final score here in just a moment, 66-44.
Might see Fox drop this back off and have Caribou just dribble it out here. We'll see.
The free throw missed, and the rebound comes away to Caribou. Dribbling out the clock, the Vikings, and the ball knocked away, stolen by Sands. Sands lays it in. But that'll be about the end game, it looks like, as the ball dribbled to midcourt. Horn sounds, and that will be the final score here this afternoon. The Foxcroft Academy Ponies fall to Caribou 66-46. We'll take a quick break, come back with our post-game report right after.
My name is Rick Ames, and now we have an office in Dexter, which is what we consider our hometown now. We still have our office in Lincoln, and we're loving that. We're looking forward to helping you naturally feel and be your very best.
Brothers Meats is a family-owned and operated business located in Guilford, Maine. We operate a local retail meat market along with a slaughterhouse, smokehouse, and processing plants. Herring Brothers has all sorts of meats from already pre-cut all the way to cutting it right on the spot for you. Also, while you're there, don't forget to try their wicked good beef jerky that is made right in Guilford, Maine. Call them at 207-876-4395 or visit them at 346 Water Street Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
All right, back at Foxcroft Academy, final score 66-46. The Caribou Vikings with a win over the Foxcroft Academy Ponies. With us on our post-game report, Tristan Robbins. Big night for you, Tristan, in this one, or big afternoon for you. Took a while to get things going, but after you felt it out, really feeling it going on out there today, weren't you?
Yeah, we were getting stops on defense and running the floor. Like us, a lot of open looks out in the second half, and we started pulling away, and things came out by 20. So
what was the talk? 2-point game at the half. It was your end one there right at the half with the foul that gave you guys a lead. What was Coach Corrigan talking about at the half?
They keep fighting. Shots are going to keep falling, and keep playing hard defense. They'll turn it to offense, and that's what we did.
What do you think? This game here today, the Foxcroft Academy, a team that had a very similar record to you guys, so you knew you were going to have a dogfight coming into this one. How did you feel things went, especially in that second half?
I think we came up firing in the second half. Obviously, again, with the great defense on Richards, their best player. He's really tough. He's a great ball handler. Polsky, we had to focus on him a lot. We got stops and just turn it in, and we knew it was going to be a dogfight coming into the game.
I know you got a lot of points inside, but you had some good complimentary stuff outside as well.
Yeah,
Coach does a great job getting me out everywhere on the floor and making plays for the teammates, and they see me as well. So,
well, congratulations on this one. Big win to end 2023, and good luck as we start 2024, okay?
Yep, thank you.
Okay, congratulations. That's Tristan Robbins, victorious Caribou Viking. Let's flip it over here. We'll get Coach Kyle Corrigan and his thoughts. First of all, Coach, whatever you said to him there at the half, got him going there as you came out in a big run to start that third quarter.
Yeah, no, we just told him we got to play with more urgency. We've had a couple of bouts in games where we kind of play a little bit too slow. That's not really what we do. So, start the game, we said we're down 10. Play like we're down 10. End of the first quarter, we're down 10 again. Let's go. Come on. Halftime, I said, look, good job getting the lead. We're down 10.
Yep.
Like keep focusing, keep playing like we're down, keep bringing the energy on defense. I think we defend really well when all 5 guys are really putting ball pressure on, ready to help. Richard's one of the toughest kids we're going to face all year. He's a tough cover. We're blessed to have a bunch of guys who can switch. Sam's a really, really good defender. I mean, he's a really good defender, probably the best we've seen. And then we got Cayman right next to him as well, who can help on those handoffs. And when Sam gets hung up, and if Sam's got to come out, Cayman's ready to step up on the other team's best guard. So, we're really. I think we can shoot the ball better than we have been, but we're really kind of priding ourselves on our defense, trying to turn that into offense.
Talk about a few of the players here. We just saw Tristan Robbins. I know he's been leading the league rebounding-wise, but just tough on the inside here today. Really owned the boards and owned the paint here today.
Yeah, he did an awesome job. We kind of get on Tristan a little bit in practice here and there because we know how much he's capable of. I told him before we played one of our games, I said, you had 13 or 14 rebounds in 3 games. I need 15 out of you tonight. He went and got 15. So he's a really talented player, and he's not just a rebounder and a big guy. He's a 6'5" with guard skills. So, he's really good for us, and we got really good guys around him too. I think this is as deep as we've been. As far as bench production's really good for us. Our starters, they give us good minutes. Our bench comes in, we don't have any drop off. We get some starters back in the game, and it's really nice to have 8-9 guys ready to go every single game.
Cayman Sargent, we said in the second, he put a layup in, and Chris told me, he said, hey, that's his 20th point. It's a pretty quiet 20, but he just does it very smoothly, very quietly, very effortlessly.
Yeah, no, Cayman played awesome today. He played awesome today. He hasn't had like a huge scoring game for us yet, but he's been right there, and he's been really consistent for us on the offensive end. I think he's at like 11 points a game, maybe 10 points a game, but he's been getting us 8 to 12 every single game. 8 to 12 every single game, and we were kind of waiting for a breakout game for him as far as scoring goes, and he did an awesome job tonight. And you know what? I told him, I said, I don't know how many points you had. I just talked to him on the bench, but I'm really impressed with how hard you play on both sides of the floor every single game, and that's what we need. Defense always has to be a constant, and your scoring will come. And he's totally bought into, I'm going to lock up every single day, and if it's my night to shine, I will. So he's a great kid to coach, really fun to coach, and all of our kids are. We have no issues with this group, and it's just a blast.
Well, one more question. I mean, we end 2023, you get a big win against a team that's going to win some games, obviously. Yeah. So, you're always scratching and clawing, looking for heel points. So how big do you think this game's going to be down the stretch?
This is really big. We told our guys we got to protect our home court, and we got to get some big ones on the road. And this is one of the ones on the road that we had to have. They're going to win games. They're going to be right there in the mix. I've said it time and time again. I think Orono and Ellsworth, everybody says they're 1A, 1B. I totally agree with that. Old Town's undefeated right now, but I've been saying that, that 3 to 8, 3 to 9 spot is so up in the air. So anytime that we can go on the road and get a big win, huge for us, especially when we only get one shot at teams. That's big for us, because I think we play Foxcroft once this year. And we played WA the other day, and same thing. We kind of grinded out a win there, and that was the only time we got a chance at them. So we really got to capitalize on those.
Well, Coach, good win here today, and we wish you continued success as we turn the calendar on 2024.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's Coach Kyle Corrigan of the Caribou Vikings. His team victorious 66-46, the final score. So that's going to wrap things up here from Foxcroft Academy. I want to thank broadcast partner Chris Lesner and our producer and camera person Mark Calman here for the work here today. Final score in this one, the Foxcroft Academy Ponies fall to Caribou 66-46. You've been watching high school basketball on Eastern Maine Sports. And don't forget, coming up here in just about an hour and a half's time, the girls' varsity game, the Ponies and the Vikings at 4:30, live on YouTube here on Eastern Maine Sports. Have a good afternoon, everybody.